Hey, beautiful spirits, how y'all doing? Welcome to my feminine energy. How to love him without losing myself segment. Thank you, Luna, for your like. I appreciate it. Hey, Concrete. Hey, Selena. So, y'all, this is different than my tarot reading. This is actually things that I do or I say to clients that help them out when they come to me asking, like, what the freak am I doing wrong? Why is it that I am a successful woman? I have things going for myself, but for the love of God, I cannot find or get a suitable man for me. I always seem to attract busters, or I attract needy man, or I attract controlling man, or if I have a client that's married, how can I spice up my love life and have my man look at me, or even couples, have my man look at me like he used to look at me when we first started dating, when we first got married, the beginning of our relationship, beginning of our marriage, whichever one this is, right? And so we sit here and we be mind baffled about these type things. You know why? Because we changed our focus. If you are a single woman right now, the thing that you are probably up here doing is this: I have this going on, I have that going on for myself, and I have this going on, and I have that going on for myself. And so when any man approaches you, any man, they can feel the energy that you're giving off. So if you're giving off the energy of what can you bring to this table, guess what that's going to do? That is going to be not pleasing to others, right? Terry, why you keep on retracting your messages, right? What can I do to bring in this man the way I want to bring in this man and the way I need to so I can sit up here. Yeah, it was doing that to me. You know, but the whole thing about it is it's you. You want to know why it's you? It's not them, it's you. The thoughts that you have for yourself is what the energy that a man picks up from you, right? That's why it's called feminine energy. Have you ever wondered why some ladies can sit up here and she doesn't look as good as you, and she probably doesn't have a job the bring in the income you have, and she probably have kids and you don't have kids, or you do have kids but you ain't got as many as she do, something, and you like, and she got a man that's banging. You know what I'm saying? Do things for her, pull out her, a true gentleman, do everything for her, right? And you like, what happened to that? Or you see a married couple and he's still doing things for him, that your husband used to do for you, but don't do it anymore. You know why? Because you have to understand, you have to be in different modes. It's like you're a different person each time you are playing a role. Example, when you at work, you're handling your business, you're doing your job, and you have on, I'm serious, I'm about my work, and I'm about to do this, because you might be trying to get a promotion, you might be in a corporation type setting, you might be a customer service rep, so you got to have your smile on all the time, and you got to be in your best spirits, and you just got to, it's called faking it till you make it. And then when you get home, you're bringing what you do at work, you're bringing it home. So therefore, instead of switching and saying, I'm not Miss Jermaine, I don't know why I chose Jermaine. I'm not Miss Jermaine. Um, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, I'm not your boss, whatever. And then, but when you come home, you still miss Jermaine or Mrs. Jermaine. You think that's appeasing? Would you like your man to come home to you or your husband to come home to you and be like, I'll come over to your house if you're not married and not living together. Come over to your house and be like, "Hey, how you doing? Could you give me my coffee with my cream, please?" Or instead of that, he says a Coke or a beer or whatever he chooses to drink. And then he brings that to you and you're like, "Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that." Or if he's a grumpy boss and he sits here and says, uh, hey, um, why didn't you get this done? I thought you was supposed to be up here washing clothes. I thought you was supposed to be ironing this. I thought you was supposed to be putting this up. I thought that's supposed to be gonna. And you looking at him like, who the if he talking to? You don't pay me. You see what I'm saying? So you can't. You don't want that to happen to you. So why would you bring that to your man? Hmm? Why would you bring that? I play different roles. I am the work entrepreneur. Uh, I'm about my business and handling my business. Then when I need to be my friends to my friend, I'm that friend. That's a role. When I need to be a daughter to my parents, I play that role. When I need to be a woman to my man, I play that role. And a mother to my kids, I play that role. Certain things I do around my man, I don't do around my kids. Certain things I do around my friends, I don't do around my man because guess what? They my friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It doesn't make me being fake. It's just that I play different roles because I am in different positions. I can't sit up here and be in masculine energy all the time. I have to tap into my feminine energy because I am a nurturer by nature. I don't care how hard we work. I am a woman by nature. So I need to make sure that I'm staying in that energy. Anytime that I am trying to portray masculine energy, I told y'all before, masculine energy and masculine energy is just bumping heads, right? It's just bumping heads. So I can't expect a man to be a man or my man to treat me like a lady if I'm not giving him what a lady looks like, right? And then you can wonder why she's over here looking like she looking but got what she need. That's because she knows how to be a lady to her man. She knows how to lure him in for him to pay attention. She knows when to lean back and allow him to come towards her. It's a balance, and we all sometimes need to understand that balance, needs to understand that it's not all about that. It's sometimes about that. Ooh, hey Logan, we have to have that. Is it still buffering, Tarina? Let me know. So, does anybody have any questions so far? Thank you, Concrete, for letting her know what this is about. So, first tip that y'all need to write down is, or take notes on, however you do it. First tip: when a man is speaking, actively listening. Not that, oh, he's so sweet. No, actively listening because most men love it when a woman engages in conversation with him. Even though it may be something that you really just don't agree with or don't like or whatever. Now, am I saying go with the flow if this man's up here telling you to put your legs up and he gonna tie you together? If that ain't your thing, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to actually be active listening. So if he needs assistance with something, y'all need to have a trigger word that lets you know when it's time for you to be his woman and when it's actually time for you to actually get, put your thinking hat on and okay, we're gonna come together with a conclusion. Okay, prime example, he's up here, he's like, hey, um, I had this happen to me and I don't know where to go from here. And I know this is what you do for work. So they're like, do you have any suggestions for me? Instead of you going into that energy of what I would do if I was your woman, because it's totally different what you say to him when you're his woman and what you need to do to him for him to say things in a professional state, right? So if he says to you, I need you to like, go into work mode and actually give me a question for that, right? Then you have set up here and you would actually give him an executive answer to his question, right? But if he sits there and asks you the same thing and be like, I need to talk to, I need my woman right now, then that's what you need to be, his woman. All right. What's your question? How do you discipline yourself around this undesirable dick? I think that all the stuff together, how do you still remain in your feminine energy so you can tap into that masculine energy? So, one way is you can train yourself to say this: dick can't have power over me. Nobody can have power over yourself unless you allow yourself to go. I don't care how good it is, just to be honest with you. If I don't feel no type of connection with you, and I don't mean physically, I mean a connection with you like your mind. If I don't feel like I can grow from you, if I don't feel like I can learn something from you, then what is my purpose? Because after a while, just to be honest with you, they get old, just like your poom poom get old. But what keeps it going is that passion and desire that y'all have for each other because now y'all into each other on an intellectual, on a spiritual or heightened because you're intrigued with him as a man. See, that's the difference between a man being with a woman and helping her and a man being with a woman and being in love with her. You see the difference? Remember in Baby Boy, he was like, I love you, but I F women, other women from time to time. And you like, what? You know why he do that? Because you allowed it the first time. When it happened the first time, he never ever have to learn a lesson or grow from it. He never grew from it. You see what I'm saying? If you never grow from it, then you don't learn from it. So that's the same way you need to be with yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I love it, but I ain't gonna die by it just because you don't want to do right by me, right? You want him to feel that your body is worth anything. And if he actually loves himself, guess what he's gonna do? Respect that. See, that's the difference between up here being with a quality man and being with a little boy. Quality men think beyond sexual. Boys think what they did. Point blank period. If you want to have fun, shoot, by all means, that's for you, do you. But if you want to be in a sustained, healthy, growing, building relationship, then that's the energy that you need to give off. And also, you need to be in high vibration with your own self. All right. So if you're going to be physical with somebody, understand that other things come along with being physical. But understand this: if you're going to be physical with them, don't wonder why you keep on attracting the same thing because, see, that's in you. And everybody that they've been with is in you, and everybody that they've been with is in you, and everybody that they've been with is in you. Right. So that know that there's a difference in that. That's a totally difference. There's a difference between you up here being with a man who actually sits up here and asks you, Okay, where do you see us going? Or what are your thoughts on this? What you gonna sit there and say? Open up your legs. People doing that nowadays when you can't even get a McDonald's sandwich, a McDouble. I can't even when I can't even get a McDouble, I can get some dick, to be honest with you. But what is that doing for you besides adding to your body count and taking away from you being tapped into your own self? You have to remember that it was not meant for us to set up here and have all these different partners, because technically if you go back biblical, and I'm just going to tell you this side, everybody that you sleep with is your husband. There will be some individuals, okay? So you have to remember those type of things, and everybody that you let into your temple is going to have some type of ties. That's why some of them are soul ties, some of them are just energy, some of them is just whatever, right? How do you got problems? But see, that's the whole thing. That's when you gotta tap into who you are. You know what I'm saying? Concrete, you gotta make sure that you are secure in who you are as a woman. That's tip number two, and should have been tip number one. Before you, or even if right now that you're married and you want to continue to grow in your marriage and you want to continue to build with who you with, you cannot expect anybody to love you if you do not love yourself. And I ain't talking about, oh, I love myself because I look good and I got this and I got, no, 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 no. I'm talking about love, the good, the bad, the indifference about yourself. Prime example, I know that I am a true a-hole. I fight it every day because she be wanting to come out, right? She be wanting to come out. But what purpose is that going to serve me? Because I have to remember to myself the energy that I give out is the energy that I'm going to receive. And I'm all about attracting love, positive energy, high vibrations, and good spirits. So if I got one big toe and one small toe, then guess what? I got to love that about me. If I know that when I wake up in the morning, my breath smell like, why would I expect nobody else to tell me that it does? You see what I'm saying? Like, what can I do? Okay, rephrase it. Sad man is fine. Good job. Good credit. Nice teeth. One or less kids. See now, I'm nervous. I'm acting like I'm 12. How that's what I mean. Discipline. Remain confident. Because the reason why you feel like it arose is because you're not confident within yourself. You're okay. So put it like this: you still have healing to do with yourself. If another person who has everything that you want intimidates you, because that's what it feels like to me, it's more like intimidating, or you making you feel like you're unsure. I say that you feel more anxious, unsure. You like, okay, dang, this is everything I'm. That's what I was talking about earlier. Make sure that what you're asking for, you can give to somebody else, and make sure that you feel that you deserve it. See, what's going to end up happening is, and that's your ego coming in as well. What's going to end up happening is, oh, well, you ain't going to be able to sustain this. Because remember when you got with such and such, and they did such and such, and they had that going for themselves, you start talking yourself out of things. You see what I'm saying? And you start questioning yourself. Don't question yourself. One way to stay confident is always building and uplifting yourself. Um, Always appear, talking to somebody else that doesn't mean no harm, is not jealous of you, and actually want to tell you things I love, like, hey sis, let me explain something to you. Um, yeah, you're probably going about it the wrong way. This is how you can assist until you become more confident with yourself to know, okay, I got this now, and you know what to do. See, that's what I do. I make it where my clients feel like, hey, I'm look, I'm happy, but I build my clients up to the point where they don't need my services anymore. They can do it for themselves. You see what I'm saying? They can sit up here and go out and confidently talk to a man and draw a man in and keep him in. Because there's a difference between drawing a man in and you got him for the time being and remaining and sustaining that relationship. Because most of the women I deal with want an everlasting relationship. Even if they don't want to get married, they still want a long lasting relationship, healthy, long lasting relationship, right? So that's where you seek other assistance roles, where people are set up and just, you know, check you from time to time. I got a checker. She don't mind. She do not mind because even as I grow and I'm teaching, I still have to learn, and I know that I still have to learn. It's an ongoing process. Staying in your feminine energy and remaining in your feminine energy at an all-time high. Just to be honest with you, you're probably not going to do it. Even if you don't say something to somebody, you're going to think it. But that's when it comes to mindset, changing your mindset about you. Period. You have to change your mindset about you, period. You have to say to yourself, I desire and I deserve everything that I want in a man. Remember earlier, if y'all was on and I was over talking about you got to speak what you want to do with your husband as if it's already is like, oh, I can't wait till me and my husband go to the Dominicans. I don't think we're going to go now, though, no time soon, till they get that, stomach situation sickness situation together. Or I can't wait till we go on a Mediterranean cruise. It's gonna be so exciting. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna dance the night away, we're gonna listen to some jazz because I love jazz. Different things that I like to do. Oh, we're gonna go see a live band perform tonight. It's gonna be so exciting. He's gonna wear my favorite color that I like on him because he pays attention to me when I say I like certain colors on him, when I like certain colognes to a T. That's how you have to talk to it. Like that's what you want to say when you approach what's name. Like, ooh, I am so, and that's the same thing you have to do to yourself. Like, ooh, like, hey, Siobhan, I'm so proud of you today. Today you accomplished this. Yes, it was a good day. You helped this person. Because see, that to me, when I help people, it makes me feel good. I feel good. I feel happy. It sparks me up and it raises my vibration, which makes me attract more good things that raise my vibration about myself. Oh, you learned something new today. I can't believe this happened. Oh, yeah, that was. I have to talk with myself all the time throughout the day because that's my me time for me to recharge myself and get myself together. People think you up here working from home or you working for yourself is easy peasy. It ain't. It's easier to get up and go work for somebody else. I tell you that. It really is. But because I sit up here and I have these self talks to myself and I remind myself of the journey that I'm going in, reminds me to love on myself. And since I love on myself, I attract that same love. I attract that same affection. What I give out. It's hard for you to be mean unless you just a total butthole. It's hard for you to be mean to somebody that's nice to you. So remember that. Don't give off that energy of you not wanting to feel that you deserve the goodness of it. So that goes into the hey, I got him. I'm with him. And I'm still like I'm drawing him in. He's coming towards me. He's coming towards me. But boom, I feel myself leaning in. What do I do to not lean in? still remain in my feminine energy. This is where taking notes, just being honest. This is where taking notes come in. Remember the things, because sometimes our mind fails us and they start playing tricks on us. Remember the things that you was doing that drew him in. So we can do it because we women. We can remember things. But writing it down, baby, is a whole different thing. All right. So now you done you done pep talked yourself. You done found a good suitable man. You're still remaining in your feminine energy. And then that man comes and pops the question to you. Or if you're already married, he comes and he says, hey, I feel like we need to take a trip. Rule number one. And 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 important incoming message. Don't you dare set up here and book the trip, plan the trip, what time y'all leaving, call his boss, put in his time to be off work. If you're an entrepreneur, you blocking out things off his schedule. Don't you dare. You hear me? Don't you dare. You allow him to. Now, if he comes and you say, hey, babe, I know you're a little, you're a little bit more pickier than I am on booking the room, but I got us the flight. I just need you to find us a place because I know how you are when it comes to that. And I just don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to the hotel room. Or maybe it's a place that y'all been, like you have been before, or you've been before, but he hasn't been before. you know, you tell him, oh, okay, I got you on that. You show him and you still give him a list, at least three options, one, two, three, and he will pick from that list. But don't you dare schedule the flight, schedule the the hotel room, the resort, whatever it is. Don't you dare, because you know what you just did. You took over and you stepped out your feminine energy. He came to you and said, hey babe, I think we should take a trip. And he says, okay, well, these are the options that I was and you say, oh, for real, babe? Well, what's the options you was thinking about? Like, where you thinking about going? Oh, well, we never been in such and such place. Oh, okay. Well, just let me know so I can block it off. If you got to go to work, just give me a advance on it. I don't care how bad it eats your tail up to sit up here and go run off, because I know us, go run off and be like, ooh, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to go right, I want to do. Don't you dare. Why? Why would you do that? For what? Someone be like, oh, well, he got so much to do. Don't you got shit to do too? Just because they started to come up with this plan, nowhere in that conversation did he say, hey, baby, I'm thinking about us. I'm thinking we need to take a trip. I'm thinking we need to, go on a trip. Uh, can you get that together for us? Did you hear that? Nope. Because what I heard is, but see, that's what you heard. And you're going to run off and you're going to do everything. And then you're going to come to him and be like, hey, so these are the places that I was thinking about going. Da, da, da. So then he's saying there like, oh, okay. And even if he's the sweetest man as can be, and he plays it off and be like, oh, babe, them some good ideas and blah, 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 blah. You ain't going to be attracted to it. You know why? Because nobody likes a yes man. Nobody likes a yes man. Now, remember, this is about feminine energy. So wherever that placement lies for you, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm allowing a man to be a man in the sense of you're a provider, you're a protector, and you handle your business. See, that's what draws me to a man. I can't stand a man that sits up here and say, "Oh yeah, so I had this idea and I was thinking about starting a business," but nothing about this man has shown you that he's about to start a business. He ain't got no EIN number. He ain't went to look up Fallon to see if it's like the name he wants for his business. He ain't even got a business name. He just want to tell you what he want to do, but nothing is lining up to tell you this. Same dude tell you, hey, I'm gonna go out with my homeboys on Friday. He know what the fuck he wearing. He know what color coordination it is. He know what time to be there. Heck, he probably even the one that coordinated everything. Say, man, we're gonna meet here at such and such time or whatever like that. You know why? Because he a man and he know what he want to do. He don't need you to think for him. If he needs you to think for him, then hey, if that's what you like, because we all like different things, we all attracted to different things. But for me and my family, you gonna be a man. Hey Latoya, we gonna you that's what we gonna do. So you gonna sit up here and I'm gonna sit up here and keep my little pretty self, my little pretty chocolate self over here and let you plan the trip. Oh, see, I can't do that either. Logan runs me fire hot. Cause my next thing is gonna be what, so don't make me feel that, and that's another thing. And that's what you gotta make sure. Hey, okay, so you might not know that that bothers me. And so I'm gonna tell you. But just as much as you let a man, and that's another thing, just as much as you let a man know that something doesn't bother you, they like to hear things that you do like them to do. Everybody likes compliments. That's men and women. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feels like to be appreciated. Some need to hear it more than others. But hey, I asked him, did you need clarification purposes? You know what you right, boo. Have at it. If you can't trust what I, and that's another thing, pay attention to stuff like that, because if you can't trust what I say to you, if you don't feel that I am here for your highest good, like if you're not feeling that I'm here for your good, then we don't have nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes men do things just to test you to see how you're gonna react. I remember one time I was dating this guy. Oh, I got stories. I was dating this guy, and I had just got out of my engagement with my son. So I was working overnight, right? I was working 6 a.m., 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., sometimes even past that, because this is the same guy that took my credit score from a 819 to a 385. So, and I was new to the DFW area, but not new enough that I didn't know where to go. I was just new to the dating scene. Okay, so this is 2009. Is it not? Yeah, 2009. I was due to the dating scene. So I had been in the DFW area for 2 years, but I was new to the dating scene, right? And so I'm talking to this guy, and he's up here telling me this, and we work opposite shifts because, like, when I get off of work, if I got off my regular time, in about 2 more hours, he'll be getting up and going to work. Now, at the time, you got to think, I had a 1 year old son, 1.5 year old son, and I had an 8, 9 year old daughter. And so they're at the babysitters while I'm at work. So they sleeping through the night because she didn't play that. Even if I got off at 4, I couldn't come get my own kids to 8 because she wanted them to be properly fed, got up. If my daughter was in school, she'd go off to school, like catch the bus from there. You know what I'm saying? So make a long story short, I have been working 16, 17 hours. I come, I'm exhausted. It's me and my 1 year old, right? I have to play with him because he didn't slept through the night, so he's ready to play. So I have to play with him. Do you know this man had the audacity to call me and say, "Hey, I forgot my lunch and I'm 45 minutes away from where you at." He didn't say this, but I'm telling y'all, he's 45 minutes from where I'm at. And he says, "So can you bring me a sandwich?" And I say, "So I just got off of work, right? And I'm 45 minutes away from you, right? And you slept through the night. And if you didn't, whoever you was talking to, you need to call them and ask them to bring you a sandwich because I'm not bringing you no sandwich up there for your lunch." Well, I mean, if you're a woman, then if you a man, since we're gonna pull that, then no man would ask the woman that he knows that been working throughout the night and has a 1.5-year-old son that I have to play with to get tired because I can't go to sleep on him and still have to get up and be ready and be dressed and be at my job no later than 5:30 to start my shift at 6. You wouldn't ask her to come and bring you a sandwich because you forgot your lunch. How is that my problem? What was you doing before me and you started talking? All right, I suggest you do the same thing. You know what that man called me when I woke up? Because I went to sleep. I played with my son and I went to sleep. When I woke up, that man said to me, "Oh, well, I don't know why you got so bent out the shape. I was just trying to see what type of woman you was and if you was gonna what's name, but I like the way you stood up for yourself." And I said, "That's cool and that's fine, but it's too early in the game for you to be a protester." And I found that very unattractive. I don't play games, so you have a good one. Please do not contact this number again. What I look like? Like who you is? Nah, boo. I love myself. I don't care if I just got out of a relationship and I've been outside the dating game. I know that. See, I know that. Cause see, I was raised with a father, a daddy, a good one, and I seen, how a man is supposed to treat a woman. So, baby, no, not on today. Not today, tomorrow, or next year. I ain't got it for you. I ain't got it in me. Because I don't care how much I like you, and I could tell a person in a minute, you cute, but you ain't that cute. Understand that. And I love you, but I love me more. Trust. And see, that type of thing does attract a man to you because you will stand up for yourself. But don't allow somebody to say, "Oh, well, uh, I don't see why people be up here going, I don't see why people up here when a man start off like this, let me explain another thing. When a man start off like this, um, well, I ain't that man that's gonna sit up here and blah 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 blah. Once you start telling me what you ain't gonna do, and I ain't even asked you nothing about it, that raises flags for me because you're just trying to put your bid in. But in the next breath, you can still ask me to what? Open up my legs to you, open up my mouth to you, bend over for you. But you want to sit here and tell me what you can't do, but in the next sense, I still need you to do blah 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 because you a woman. Nah, boo. Understand, I'm feminine and I could be in my feminine energy, but it's stipulations to this. I'm not going to lose who I am or stop up here feeling my worth because you really and truly can't step up to the man that you're supposed to be. Ooh, that was good. I need to write that down. You can't step up to the man that you're supposed to be. So who problem is that? Mine's or yours? Take a food. No, no. I don't do tests. I don't do playing games. And that's another thing when you up here making your list about the type of man that you want to attract towards you, suitable man, let it be known that he knows what he wants when it comes to a relationship. He's emotionally available. Hello. He emotionally available. He knows that he deserves to be loved and he knows how to show love. If you like your man to sit up here and express that, say he verbally expresses that he loves me. Because some people need to hear that. And if it's you, be fine with it. Some people can only hear it on Christmas, birthdays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, you know. And some people like to hear it. Hell, my sister and her husband, they don't get off the phone without, even if they are at, I'm talking about with ends with each other, they still don't get off the phone with each other without telling each other they love each other. They don't. I have seen it. I have seen it. Because I can love you and not like you in that moment. Understand that. That doesn't change. Understand that. All right, Latoya, thank you, love. Don't waste your time. But you have to understand that. And men that's out here wanting their women, and if you on here and you want your women to be into her feminine energy, make sure that you're in your masculine energy at all times that is necessary. Now, understand we both got masculine and feminine energy inside of us. Like I said, when you go to work and you're handling business, 9 times out of 10, if you're a woman, and especially if you're your own, if you're a boss or you supervising somebody, your masculine energy is going to come out, right? It just is. But understand how to turn it off when it's time for you to be with your man. Understand when you're talking to him, understand you need to talk to him in a tone that you would like to receive a message, whether good or bad or indifference. So, tip number one is make sure that you love yourself and you know what you deserve and you're secure in that. Tip number two is to make sure that you write down a list and be specific and state your specifically. If you are with a man, then you already in a relationship and you feel like this man is the one. Or if you're in a marriage and you want to work on your marriage and you want to make sure this man is the one, then you need to start up here changing your mindset. Stop up here looking at him beside his head because he getting on your freaking nerves, and start saying things to yourself that you know that you love about that man, saying things that you want to happen between you and that man. If y'all not going on enough trips instead of up here telling him, well, you don't never take me nowhere, that's what you do. You just start up here saying, oh, I can't wait on this trip to me and him going, not with him around because he gonna think he's talking about another dude. But you know what I'm saying? You just sit there and you say that to yourself. When you're in the shower, when you're taking your bath, your spiritual bath, when you're around nature walk, just saying things that you want to because you're speaking into existence. Just like you created, co-created what you want with this man is the same way. If you notice, you was like, "Oh, I see this man as my husband. I see this and that." So therefore, you keep on saying that. But don't prematurely treat this man like he's your husband and he's not. If you still have the same last name, don't go in there and you and this man move in together. And next thing I know, I'm seeing you up here cleaning, cooking, washing his clothes. Now, I'm just a cleanly person, so therefore I clean and I'm a cook because I likes to eat. I'm a foodie. I don't wash his clothes. Mm-mm. Long as my last name still start with a H and end with a S, not gonna happen. Nah, not my husband, dog. Care we got kids together. Kids together. No, care we don't got kids together. No, not my husband. The thought of me. No, you can't do that because what it end up happening is you're set up here and you will start acting as if you're his wife. And I understand that act as if everything is, but that's my exemption. You know how you have an exemption? That's my exemption. Can't. You can't. If I live with you, then I live with you for the fact of not convenience, but I we living together because we're trying to build together. I used to feel like something was wrong with you up here shacking. I don't want to shack. I want to shack. Let me tell you the lesson I learned with shacking. You learn a lot, a lot. It's different if you spend a night with him. You go over there for the weekend. You go over there a couple of days. He come over yours for a couple of days. It's totally different when both y'all name on that lease on that mortgage. Totally different. Trust. I know. It's totally different when your name is on that mortgage or your name is on that lease. Both of y'all names on it. Cool, where you gonna go? You don't want to stay out late, but the simple fact is they're gonna think you're up here out there doing something you ain't got no business doing. And even though I know people do things during the day, and you can't stop nobody from doing right, you gotta just trust and believe that they're gonna do right by you. When your intuition tells you differently, then you go from there. Any questions, y'all? Okay, so that was tip number two. Make sure that you make a list and start saying things that you want to happen if you're single. What type of man that you want to bring into you, attract to you, that's suitable for you. Make sure that you don't ask something of somebody that you can't give of yourself. All right. Like I said, you got to make sure, number one, you got to make sure that you love yourself. And that means the good, the bad, and the indifference. Even the things you don't like about yourself, you got to love it because guess what? It's a part of you. Um, you got to make sure that you're in a good space and make sure that you know that you deserve love and that you're lovable and you give love and you receive it. You set the intentions on what type of man that you're trying to attract to you. And for each person, that's different. Tip number three is making sure that you allow him to be a man. You step back and you allow him to come towards you. All right. You allow that man to come towards you because that's what men are doing. And this is what women do. We stay in our feminine energy. Do not, repeat, do not plan trips for this man, plan an outing for y'all. All this, no, 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 no. Now, if y'all going on a date and you want to go on a date, that's different. That's different. But if he comes to you and say, "Hey, I want let's man, we should go out to eat on Friday." Okay, well, where you want to go? Now, I like for you to come to me and say, "Hey, what are you doing on such and such?" Oh, well, I don't know why. What's up? Oh, because at such and such time at this time, I want to take you out to blah blah blah. Because believe it or not, it's man out there to do it. He know what he want to eat. He know where he want to take you. Evidently, he knows what you like as well. Or y'all haven't been somewhere for a long time. Sunshine said, "Dang, I'm late." Right? So you don't plan nothing. You allow him to do it a plan. See, that'll show you if he can be about his business when it comes to you. Because if he can plan a trip to go somewhere else, and he can plan a trip to go out with his homeboys, or he can plan a camping trip to go with such and such. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case with his family members, guess what he can do? He can plan something to spend time with the woman he says he loves, the woman he says he feels feel a future with, right? See a future with. Statistics shows within 6 months of dating a man would know. Some men know before then that if he can see himself marrying you for the long haul. All right. So don't waste your time with people who just are not making efforts. These are conversations you need to have with him prior to. We all do, to let them know this is what we want. This is what I can give. This is what I can bring to the table. This is what I'm offering right now, as far as emotions, affection, what I can be for you as a woman, whatever the case may be. Don't bring your best representative. I need to see you because I'm about to show you me, right? Because you can't sit up here and be like, oh, I want you to do da da da. In the next sense, you sit up here and you switch up on him. So you need to know, like I said, tip one, who you are, your good, your bad, your indifference, how you love yourself, how you don't love yourself, and things of that nature. But if you don't sit up here and you don't actually have standards, you will continue attracting the people that you are attracting and keep on getting the same results that you keep on getting. Right? And you can't beat yourself up with it because guess what? This is growing pains. These is growing lessons. And that's another reason why I'm bringing this segment because I feel like if I can help you, along the way to avoid certain things that I didn't know. Even though my parents have been married for almost 40 years, it's still things that I didn't know. I.e., I didn't know how hard it was to live with someone. You know what I'm saying? Until I experienced it. I didn't know how much it was a compromise to even um do my day in and day out. Because like I said, it's totally different when you live with someone and when they just come in to stay at your house or you go to stay at their house. It's totally different. Because if y'all have a misunderstanding, they can go home or you can go home, right? But if both of y'all names on that lease or that mortgage, where you gonna go? Cause I'm gonna go and tell you, I ain't leaving nowhere where I pay bills. Not gonna do it. So you gotta make sure that you have self love. You gotta make sure that you allow them to come to you. You gotta make sure that even when it's tough, check yourself. Like I said, find someone who doesn't that you don't feel like is gonna do anything malicious to you. Give you advice out of a malicious type of way. Um, I do the life coaching, tapping into my feminine energy um, services as well. When it comes to us, because sometimes we all, you know, Mr. What's name, but and sometimes we just got to reshift our train of thought or look at things in a different perspective. And sometimes outside sources help with that. But I will be coming with more segments like this. Like I said, I will be doing these segments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is the first segment. If y'all have ideas of what topics you would like for me to talk to y'all about next and give y'all tips on as far as next as well, just let me know. You can put that in a comment if you're watching this in a replay, or you can email me at inspirationallove20@gmail.com. What's yeah, I'll talk about it, Logan. Like Logan, I'm not discriminating. I feel like if they don't want to hear it, guess what? They ain't got to tune into it. I okay. Let me explain something. I'm gonna say this loud for the people in the back. I am here to help people. People. Beautiful spirits, open minded people, people who want to move forward, people who are awakened, people who are trying to become awakened, people are trying to tap into their energy, people that need assistance, people that need advice, people that need guidance. What else you need me to say? I don't think nowhere in here that I say, and you got to be a Christian, read your Bible every day, being dang near married or married or blah. No, I didn't. Have I thought about teaching people tarot? Not really. Not really, Husky. Maybe that's a, I just keep on putting stuff on my dang on thing, but I feel like eventually I will, Husky, but just not right now. Put it like that. Not right now. Hold on. Hold on. What you looking at, homie? So, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? So I know this is a lot of information coming at you. So if you do end up having questions, like I said, you can email me the questions. You can email me, or you can put it down in the comments below if you don't care about people seeing your comments. Because I'm pretty sure some other people got questions too, but they just too shy to say anything. And I don't know why. It's just me. It's just me in a different light. Feel like that. I came with you. Logan. Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Logan said, Husky said, Logan, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. All right. So thank y'all all for who tuned in. And if you see this on replay, thank you. I appreciate your love and support. I will see y'all tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. But oh no. I'm coming on early tomorrow. I'm coming on at 11 tomorrow because I have an appointment at 1:30. So I'm gonna come on at 11 tomorrow Central Standard Time for I live chat, ask the one question answer segment. Okay? You're welcome, Concrete. Oh, you want to make a whole hour, not three. I know that's right. Okay, you all. Well, I'm sending y'all lots of love and light. Let me know if y'all liked it. If y'all was like, I don't know, just be honest with me. Just let me know. Like, I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? So just let me know. And like I said, about topics that you want to discuss, just let me know as well. You can email me or you can leave it in the comment section. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the first feminine energy segment that I have. I want to bring y'all as much content as I can to help anybody that I can along the way or be some type of assistance as well. If you feel like this is the service that you would like to render for me with the one on one, you can email me inspirationallove20 at gmail.com and we can go from there as well. Lollipop. Go Husky. All right. Until tomorrow, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, you all. Many blessings. Namaste.